welcome back, my YouTube friends. Back, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, friends. I have a good one for you today. I have a good one for you today. Yes, I have a good one for you today. So, welcome again to my channel. All right, and always remember, if you're new, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share. All right. Yes. So we are going to get right into this topic, and I know this topic is a very touchy topic. All right. So we are going to go into it, and from you hear me say touchy, you don't want to miss this topic. So stick and stay. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, friends. Welcome back. I have a good one for you, as I mentioned before, that this is a very touchy topic, and it's a very serious topic, right? But we are going to talk about it and see um, see what we can get out of this topic. So we are going to be looking at, the topic is, who holding back the marriage from mending back together? Is it the victim, or is it the guilty party? You're saying, wow, very touchy, right? Well, we are going to explore all of that. We are going to explore that, right? We are going to explore that, and we will see what happened, right? Now, God is not about separation. God is all about oneness, right? God is all about oneness, right? And that is why he says over there in Matthew 19 verse 5, that speaks on the man leaving his mother, or leaving his father and his mother home, and leaving his father and mother, and cleaving with his wife, right? And by doing that, they become what? One flesh, right? So we see that the Bible is all about what? Oneness. The Bible is all about oneness, right? The Bible is not about, God is not about separation. God is all about togetherness and oneness and working things out, right? God is all for that. But it says over there in Matthew 19 verse 8, let me read it. It says that he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. No, God is saying, because of the hardness of the heart, why man would want to put away their wives, right? But God is saying, in the beginning, it was not so, right? So it is not in God's plan. God is all about oneness, becoming one, and that is why he speaks about the man cleaving with his wife and becoming one, right? And becoming one, right? Becoming one. And the Bible speaks about, like, the man don't own himself, the wife own him, and the wife don't own herself, the man owned her, right? Because when you become one, you're no more of self, but both of you are now one together. It's all about both of you, right? So God is not about separation, right? God is not about separation, but because of the hardness, man is so quick to put away his wife, right? And even with the woman as well, whenever anything, the woman as well is quick to want to be separate from her husband. All that. All right, sorry about that. The sinus on me. Yes, um, so yes, right. So when you check it out in this time, no more than ever, you have so many divorce going on, so many separation going on, right? And um, persons don't want to forgive. Persons don't want to forgive. Now, I know a couple that you know separate, and the guilty party would want to put it back together, right? The guilty party who done the act would want to put it back together and would want forgiveness. But the victim, right? The other party that the wrong has been done to, holding on to the earth and not forgetting what happened, and decide to hold out and don't want to put it back together, and so it causes, right, the marriage to go in shambles. Now, when you check it out, friends, it is always the victim, the one who say, I'm the victim, who the wrong has been done to. Um, the victim, the one that the wrong has been done to, always the one who allows the marriage to fade away because of holding on to the earth, right? Check it out. Check it out. Do your survey. Check it out, and you will see the guilt. It is always the victim, the one that the wrong has been done to. Um, those are the persons who allow the marriage to go in shambles, right? And oftentimes it's the guilty party who see his or herself and would want to return and make things right. But because of the damage that has been done, and the victim hold on to it, the person who the hurt have been done to, hold on to it and don't, and not letting it go, decide they don't want to put it back together, right? Always that situation. Always that situation, right? Always that situation. And friends, what contribute to that as well? You see, when you're married, you need to surround yourself with godly people, right? Godly people who mean you good, who will give you encouragement that the Lord would want you to hear, right? Persons that mean you good, right? Surround yourself with persons who are striving to be obedient to God, to do the right thing. These people you need to have around your marriage. You don't want persons around your marriage who is not living the life that God wants you to live, right? You don't want to surround yourself with persons who will badmouth your marriage and give you angry advice, right? Because a lot of times in marriage, when persons having issues, right, and their friends will become hungry and give you angry advice, and persons will act on it, right, and harden their heart against their spouse, right? Many times that happen, right? And so you don't want to surround yourself with persons like that. You want to surround yourself with persons who don't pick side and who will tell you as it is. Both of you tell you what you need to hear, that will be good for both, right? So you need persons like that who are striving to do the right thing, who are striving in your spiritual life. Not persons who are striving physically and you see them striving in material things and all that. No, you need persons who are striving spiritually, who are striving to maintain a relationship with God, those persons you want around your marriage who will give you good advice, right? Good guidance to help to strengthen and encourage your marriage, right? Yes, to elevate, right? Right. So so friends also have a lot to do with decisions that a one would make, right? Right. So friends have a role to play. Who you allow to be around your marital space, right? Has a lot to do with that as well, right? So you ought to be mindful of these things, because God is not into divorce, friends, and it is so popular now, and it come like nothing. People separating, even a lot of young people who married, I know who married, and separate, separate, right? Separate. And as I said in previous videos, that when we are launching to be in a relationship, friends, we need to ensure that the person have a relationship with God, right? And ensure that you yourself also have a relationship with God and know the true love, right? That God will have handed down within you, right? You ought to ensure that you know that love that God expects you to profess, right? And the meaning that helps to make love what it is, the elements that makes love what it is. You need to know these things, and by you knowing these things, it also um, will show you persons who are real, and those who are striving to maintain and keep their relationship with God, right? So when you are in tune with God, right, the Spirit of God will show you um, the person will show you if the person is in tune with Him or not. You will see it, right? But when you are not connected, friends, right? When you are not connected, you will be blind. When you're not connected with God, you will be blind, right? You will easily be fooled and be tricked, right? You will easily be fooled and be manipulated, right? If you don't have a really connected relationship um, with God, right? Because a lot of these things happening, friends, and a lot of problems are happening, right, in marriages, especially these young people now who are now venturing into relationships and wanting to get married, because I realize that young people don't want um to to connect with persons who are striving with their relationship with God. Persons, young people now are looking at the maritals, they are looking at your status, what you have, right? And looking at looks and these things that don't mean anything to salvation. So you find that young people pushing away the spiritual aspect of it, right? And focusing on the physical. Now that is why many young people are getting themselves into problems when they venture into marriage, because when problems arrive, they don't know how to deal with it, because they have ignored the spiritual side of things and focus on the physical, right? So that is why many can't know how to deal with issues when it comes up, right? All they think about is run away and separate, right? And a lot of that are happening, right? So I'm encouraging you out there, you young person who are venturing into relationship, ensure that the person have a relationship with God. Ensure that you yourself have a relationship with God, so that the Spirit of God can work within you and show you those who are real and those who are not. Because when you turn a blind eye to the spiritual teachings, you will end up going down a road that you didn't want to go into. You will fall into a hole that you didn't want to fall into, right? So stop ignoring the spiritual side and look more into the spiritual, right, than into the physical, right? So that your eyes can be open, and so that you will know how to deal with situations when it comes, because the Spirit of God will be with you and your relationship, right? So ensure that you um you know God, and ensure that the person that you want to get involved with know God as well, because it is very, 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 very very serious, right? Because a lot of divorce, too much divorce happening, too much separation happening among God's people more than anything, right? And it shouldn't be so, right? Because as it says that, as the scripture said, it wasn't so, right? It wasn't so in the beginning. That's not what God have in mind or in his plan, right? That's Satan plan. That is Satan plan um, to separate the family, right? Satan is all about separation. God is all about togetherness and oneness, right? And so, friends, I hope that I've said something that will help to encourage you and uplift you, right? And to help you to do the right thing and to be more wise, right? Because these things are very serious, all right? Even when you check on the media, persons coming out talking about their spouse, their marriage, what happened to them, and all these things, and so on. Even I was listening one with this lady talking and saying her husband is right, talking about her husband, and saying that he's not a good man, he's a fake, he's this and he's that, and she was even saying that she did see the sign but ignore it. And that is what I always talk about, friends. Sometimes, not sometimes, but God will show you signs if this person is the person for you. And many times signs are being shown that you should run, but you ignore it and then pay the consequence, you know. But that's the reality of what is going on in our society today, friends. I leave it here. I leave it here, and I hope that you learn something, and I hope you will learn something, friends. And I leave it here. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share and comment, right? And keep it breezy. And next time we will reason another touchy topic.